up and fuck what them bitches gotta say. I'ma West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love fuck what them niggas gotta say. I'ma West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gon' miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad of this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, nigga. She know I'm a prophet, she gotta be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the back bend. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like never get up out my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Go get you some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we soldier. You can take that to the bank, we focus on how many times must we remind you. One body, one breath, some break off and never take off, that's a flex. When the law with you ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world, I responded and called back. Oh Lord, and everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your hunter, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better hide the women, hide the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I assemble the Glock with the slide on. Real, I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like, bitch, it whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like. My nigga like. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your hunter, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me, like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey, that's why we unaffiliated with them, yeah.
Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man, I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's with the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options, used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, tryna curse the imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Send that hate, make it to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cult leader, need the blue stripes, no brick bags. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gun shy. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the GOAT, bring him to the bush. To the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, it get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one west, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody.
It should be, man. This scripture that Christ had told his disciples is how you stop crime as a whole. Because when you go to him and him alone, and for you sisters out there who love the beef and who don't like to talk to another woman about, how she, treated you, you sisters need to go to her alone as well.
Nobody is holding you accountable for the things that you say you were doing or not doing. There's no, like the scriptures say, everything should be done in decency and in order.
That's right.
There's no order and decency with you going on the internet and running in the streets with no guidance, without being sent, without being anointed by the man of the Lord, by being sent by a man of God out there on them streets. You must be sent.
When you hear us say salute, Shalom, Yahabashim Shabrakatah, right? That is Hebrew. Okay? Shalom, Shalom, that is not Hebrew. I don't know where you learned that from. Most likely from Esau, from the Jewish. On the street corners. And we ain't selling dope, but we are teaching you how to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We are teaching you how to not be a drug addict and a drug dealer.
Right.
How to keep you out of prison. How to not make you a target for Esau to use. All right, let's clap it up. All right, first things first, I want to say Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah to the brothers, Shalom Yahweh Shamar, Allah Shem Yahushua to the sisters. All right, this is the ISUPK, all right, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under Commander Jerry Yohana. All right, I am priest and officer of Maccabia, Twin Cities, or ISUPK, Minnesota. As you know, every single Tuesday is going to be the Brotherhood class, all right? If anybody has any questions or concerns, you can type it into the chat. We are not the Christian church. If you did not know, you are allowed to ask questions, and we do have the answers, okay? Today, there's so much to talk about. We know that, once again, the ice rays are still going on, and we also have the Texas floods. All right, and also too, the 4th of July just passed. last week. All right. I mean, yeah. What is there not to talk about? Okay. The main thing is, once again, in 2025, what we need to do and understand is that brotherhood is a weapon. Sisterhood is a weapon as well. In order for that thing to be a weapon, it has to be utilized. All right. Just like if you have a sword, a gun, you have to know how to be trained how to use that thing if it's in your possession. In Israelite school, universal practical knowledge, what we specialize is brotherhood, is how to give that to each and every so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian in these days of time. And if you believe and think that that's not important, you are sadly mistaken, because that's the thing that's going to protect you in these days and times. All right, it's going to shield and protect not only you, but your family, your loved ones, your friends. Okay. Now, and because of everything that's happening, understand that the Texas floods are only happening as a judgment because of what is happening what is happening right now, and what already has happened to the Hispanics or Latinos. All right. And we are going to go over a few things, a few videos, a few stories about the situation that's going on. Now, again, if anybody has any questions, type it into the chat. All right. But otherwise, just to start off, do you have any questions at all about anything? It could be on topic or off topic. It doesn't matter.
No, I got it out already. It was that 1 Corinthians.
Okay, kind. If you want me to, I could still
get into it. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 3, chapter 3, verse 19.
Chapter 3, verse 19. Okay. So, what you want me to just break it down as a whole right now, or get into it a little bit later?
I have the right understanding.
Okay, that's good. Actually, do you mind pulling it as well?
Okay.
All right. So the brother has a question about 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. Okay. So that everybody else can see it as well. Actually, I want you to go to verse 18. Oh, no, sorry. You know what, Salaki? How about this? Go to verse 16, 3 and 16. Oh, yeah. I think I know where you was going. I think I see it. It was just a few verses up. Okay. I actually like the scripture too. So, yeah, let's have to get that. What I'm going to do for those that are watching online, I'm going to put this on the screen so everybody can see exactly where we are, just to follow along, okay?
Salaki. Is Corinthians before Chronicles?
Yes, I believe so. I believe so. Yeah, it's going to be 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16 is where we're going to start off with.
I'm in the book of Kings. I'm in 2 Kings.
And I was going to say, if it's easier, you can always grab this too, if it's easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, remember this order.
Yeah, because I want to say, Corinthians should be before. Let me see, I'll get there with you as well. No, you know what? Corinthians, my bad, is all the way in the New Testament.
Okay,
Yeah. Chronicles is actually in the Old Testament. Yeah.
Keep note of that.
Yeah, because that's Paul that we're talking about. Yeah. Chronicles is going to it's going to be written by someone else.
Gotcha.
No sweat. All right. Chapter 17. Yep. So 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16.
What y'all was doing the Corinthians, man?
You know what? I don't know what the hell happened, but somebody definitely was abusing that. So like, good night. Somebody wasn't taking care of that.
13, I'm there.
3 and 16. All right. You got it? You got it. Go ahead.
All right. right. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
Now, of course, when it comes to Paul, right? Paul was the brother that was ahead of the 7 candlesticks, which are, the 7 schools. And the Bible is going to say churches, but churches is, the word church is just Christian dogma, meaning that it's supposed to be schools, because we are not the Israelite church of blah, blah, blah. We are the Israelite school of UPK, right? And, the church today is synonymous with the Christian church, Christianity and things of that sort, right? So when it says, know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you, this is a question that Paul is asking, the school of Corinth. Okay, so we know that our bodies is the temple of the Most High. We are the image of the Most High, and with this temple, you don't just do any and everything. It comes with rules, just like your home. I would hope so, at least. Just like your home comes with rules of how it should be handled, how it should be conducted. Go ahead.
So when it said, know ye not that ye are the temple of God.
Right.
I mean, know ye not. I mean, we don't know.
Right.
Is that what it's saying?
So it's asking a question like, don't you know that?
Don't you know? Okay.
Yeah. Like, don't you know that you are the temple of God? It's asking a question that's obvious.
Okay. So
you know what I mean?
When it say you are the temple, is it saying like you, us as in plural together, or one person individually?
Oh no. Like all of us, all of us are a temple of God. Now we are one body, yes. But it's asking the question like, don't you know that you are the temple of God? You know what I mean? Gotcha. And then when it says, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. So of course, a lot of people is looking for the kingdom of heaven, but the kingdom of heaven is within you, meaning the Spirit of the Most High is within us. And in order to get the Spirit of the Most High, you have to do what the Most High commanded us to do, which is keep the law, statutes, commandments. So anything that's deemed good or a righteous deed, that comes from the Spirit of the Most High. And then the Spirit of the Most High comes from the Most High. All right. So any great deed that you do comes from the Lord. Okay. So a lot of people think that the temple of God is a physical location. All right. When you are the temple.
Okay.
All right. So like also too, there are some people that's going to ask, well, I want to speak to God. I want to speak to his representatives. Well, the prophet and priest are his representatives. We are his messengers. You are looking at him. All right. And that was Moses, Yahushua, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, all these people who have books, all the people who actually carried out the work of the Lord. But so once again, it's asking, know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. Keep going.
If any, 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17, if any man defile the temple of God, he shall God destroy.
Yeah, him shall God
destroy.
Right. So if any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. Now let's make sure that we understand this, right? What does it mean to defile the temple of God? So we know what the temple of God is. It's us. It's the Israelites, right? Now how can you defile? Okay. The temple is a house, right? A dwelling place. How can you defile a place? And then I'll bring it back to a person.
By trashing it.
How can you trash a house? What does that look like as far as a picture?
Not having order.
Not having order?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just throwing your shoes and not lining them up at the door.
Okay.
Not washing your dishes.
Not wash the dishes because when you don't wash the dishes, it gets dirty. Yeah, I mean, it gets dirty. It can create mold, all types of things, right? Not sweeping, not mopping, just the simplicity or the simpleness of keeping up with the hygiene of a house, right?
Okay.
Now, when it says, if any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. Now, the Most High is not going to destroy you because you are trash in your own place. If that's how you live, that's how you live. Now, should you live like that? Contrary to most people, no. You should want to be a clean person, right? But since we know that the temple of God is us, all right? We are the temple of God. Now, how can you defile yourself? How can a man defile himself, or a woman defile themselves. Go ahead.
Joining the oppressor,
What does that look like?
following their ways, going against the laws, pretty much following other gods.
Other guys, okay, because the Most High did say, "Follow me and nobody else." Right? I'll give you a better one: drug addiction. Okay. All right, because understand that us being the temple of God, these are not our bodies. We are vessels. All right. These bodies that we live, that we walk and talk and live with, it's not our bodies to just do any and everything. Like how women say, it's my body, it's my choice. It's not. It's not your body. It's not your choice. Also, too, when you are in a marriage, right? When you are in a marriage, what's the scriptures? Also in Corinthians, I want to say, boy, it's gonna be bugging me all day. Hold on.
So like, is it twine verse?
No, not that one. I think that's more like in Genesis, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Something about you're not in control of your own body. The man is no. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, I'll just get a quick precept, right? So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 4. And it says, let me see. The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise, also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife. So meaning this, like, somebody has some type of responsibility over you. Like, for example, right, our bodies, you have to keep up with it. Because if you say that you are a man of the Lord, the woman of the Lord, and this body, and also too, everything that you do in your life, the inside and the outside representation has to show that. So how can you say that you are a man of God and that you are the temple, like this body is a temple of God, but everything that you do with it shows the opposite?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And how do you know, how can you prove to somebody that you are the temple of God? It doesn't matter based on your weight, if you're fat, skinny, things of that sort, but just apply what the Lord told you how a man should be from birth up until now, right? Now the Bible says that. Now, once again, marijuana is useful, but smoking it has no medicinal purpose. All the medicinal purposes, values of it is gone, right? But however, there are teas, there are edibles, but all those things have to be for medical use. When it comes to medicine, right, you have to be sick in order to use it. When you're not sick anymore, there's no purpose for medicine. Because if you're still using medicine and you're not sick, then you have a problem. Okay? You know what I mean? Let me see, what else? Because drug addiction is definitely the number one thing that defiles you. All right? Also, too, weird ideologies. When you serve other gods, you start to say weird things. You start to live your life in a way that is not moral. Because every time I look at other people's religions and I look at the rules, the guidelines of what it means to serve that specific God, you start to find out that people are immoral. Okay? Like people always try to love to debate, like, what does it mean to be normal? What does it mean to be right and be wrong? Like, we have to come to a agreement and understanding to stop being stupid. All right, because now they are fighting for pedophilia, and they are trying to change the normality, the norm, which is where that comes from. They're trying to change the definition of what pedophilia even means to make it. They're trying to polish it up to make it look good, to where adults can be with children. When in the hell was that ever okay? Never. All right. So once again, so if any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. And based on your actions, based on how you how you deal with the temple of God, which is your body, the Most High is going to show you, if you're wrong or right. Okay. You know what I mean? Because I've never heard of drugs healing people, only destroying them. You know what I mean? Inside and out. You are deciding to sleep with any and everything moving out here. The Most High is going to give you, STDs. You might get a bullet in your head if you are a man sleeping with just anybody's woman. All right. And you sisters out there, you might get your head blown off too because you poured on your man. You already got a man. Why sleeping with another one? All right. That's defiling the temple of God. Keep going on that.
For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are.
Right. It's holy. It's separate. The word holy means separate. Holy doesn't mean good and pure. You know how the Christian church says. Holy means separate. And what's so beautiful about the law, statutes, and commandments is that it separates you from everybody else. That's how you know what is, good and what is not good. That's how you know. Because my thing is this, right? I've never seen a punishment for keeping the laws.
Nope.
I mean, what punishment are you going to get for not sleeping around with just any and everybody? I'll tell you what, you're not going to catch any diseases. All right? You're not going to break up any marriages. I mean, I've never seen a consequence for not being an alcoholic. I just never seen it. I've seen good, helpful things. I've seen, I've also seen, one thing I haven't seen, I've never seen no one die from not eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. But I have seen them lose their life because of it and all the things that come with it. It's called health issues. No wonder the Most High told us to stay away from it. Every time the Lord told us what to do and what not to do, I mean, it's a purpose behind it. All right? Keep going to verse 18.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in his world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise.
Right. Now, the thing is this, though, right? In reality, we don't know a goddamn thing. Nobody knows anything. Like, for example, right? The reason why I can come up here and teach the Bible is because the Most High gave it to me. Because I'll tell you what, before coming into the ISUPK, my idea of what God was, of, just any topic that you could just think about as popular. My viewpoint, my point of view of life was absolutely disgusting and terrible. Disgusting and terrible in the sense of I learned it from people who were disgusting and terrible. So I shared the same mindset. I shared the same mentality as everybody else in the world. It didn't make any sense. There was no morality. It was tainted. Okay? You know what I mean? So, because of this truth, because of this Bible, I have a better outlook of what life is. And I thought I knew something, but I didn't know a goddamn thing. There are many people that you're going to run into that think they got it all figured out as far as life. But when you truly dissect the way that they live their life and what it means to be a true man of God, you start to see like, oh yeah, they are a fraud. They are misled. They don't have the truth. They don't have the answers. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay sometimes to a certain extent to not have the answers. But when you don't have the answers, you should fight for finding the answer. All right? What is dangerous is not having the answers and not giving a damn about finding out the correct way of life, finding the correct way of things. If you just try to wing it and you think that you know everything because it feels good, it sounds good, then you are going to show yourself to be a fool. And that's what that scripture is talking about. Can you read it one more time?
Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool. Then he may be wise. That he may be wise.
Right. Now, sometimes there are people out here that you can't tell them a goddamn thing. You tell them, hey, you want to go right. And they're like, no, man, why the hell should I go right? Instead, I think we should do the opposite and go left, because when you go left, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. Like, nigga, like, look, the sign says go right. Take a right turn. But you want to go left.
It's like,
go ahead.
That's like me getting back in the truth, telling people that I want to study the Bible and learn more about the Bible. And people come to me with, the Bible's not real, or King James was a white man, or
a homosexual. And all that,
at the end of the day, if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments that's in the Bible, how will you become that? That's my main argument to it. It's like the rules in the book is beneficial, no matter who's following it. A white man, an Indian man,
right?
Those rules is good. So whether it's true or not, or if it's Pharisee or pop. What you call it? What's the word?
You said Pharisee or
Not
heresy?
Pharisee, but metaphoric.
Oh yeah.
Allegory.
Yeah.
Whether it's allegory or not, if you follow the rules,
Yeah.
how will it damage you? By
Exactly
not
my
being
point.
gay, by not being a drug addict.
Exactly my point. And I'm glad you said that because I mean, okay, most people tried all these religions. You tried everything. You tried the pimp life. You tried the street life. You tried the drug life. You tried, you try to be the priest, the pastor. You've been in every religion known to man. You did everything. What's wrong with you trying this now?
Right.
You know what I mean? So you had your experience with everything, but when it comes to this, you like, no, I'm stay away from that. That's insane to me.
Yeah.
Now, once again, we have a 90-day program, and there's no strings attached. You tried every drug known to man. You tried every religion. You tried every goddamn, so-called gender, multiple genders, but there's only two. You tried everything, but you don't want to try this program for 90 days just to see if it's a fit for you. That's insane. It lets you know how people are just cowards.
Okay.
And people are just, just scared of the truth. Okay? And now, but also, too, when it says, let no man deceive himself, if any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world. The Bible also says, if a man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. All right? And that's Paul. Paul said that. Another thing is, too, let me see. This is what I was talking about earlier when you first brought this up.
So like,
Go ahead.
pretty much, if somebody do come at me like that, don't even argue with them. That's pretty much what that's saying.
Yeah. Now, of course, now when you get to a certain place to where like you are officer and everything like that, battle. But now, one or two things are going to happen when people try to battle you. Eventually, as you're just arguing them down, and as they see that you're not backing down, they are going to back down. Okay. And that's going to kill that. But of course, over time, as they continue to try to argue with you about the same thing, you don't have to entertain it. You know what I mean? Don't cast your pearls amongst the swine.
Okay.
There are people that are going to try that's going to know the answer, and that's going to try to approach you with the same BS, and you already know that you already taught them,
Okay.
or they already been taught by somebody else. Just don't even waste your time in entertaining. But this is the scripture I was talking about. There's let me see. This is the scripture that I was talking about earlier, right? And which is a perfect precept to this one right here in Corinthians. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. That's it. So when we see 1 Corinthians 3:18, there's going to be someone that's going to deceive themselves. Go ahead.
So pretty much what I get from that is it might feel good to get high.
Or it might sound good
but the
too.
reward and results of it
It's death. Yeah. And also too, don't Romans say? Doesn't Romans also say, for the wages of sin is death?
Come.
For the wages of sin is death. Like once again, everything that feels good, it sounds good. It's not something that you should live by, because once again, we are all men. We are all, we are people who have flesh. Every humans have flesh, right? But you can't always live based off what it craves. Okay, you got to be very careful not to live your life based on what you feel and what you think, because emotions, they come and go. That's it. Emotions come and go. You were just mad and upset about somebody cutting you off in traffic, but in the next few minutes, you might not feel so mad and upset because you got a phone call that changed your mood. Your favorite song just came on. It just anything, it comes and goes, so you got to be very, very careful. But that's the thing is, we have to live by the spirit and not by our flesh. Everybody in the world lives based off of their flesh. That's why people in the Christian church, God to them is emotions. It's very emotional. It's carnal. Carnality is simply what you can feel and touch and see. But our God, we can't see him. But how do we know that he's real based on what's happening? The work, what happened in Texas, we know that's God. Because it said, they said 26 feet of water rose in Texas within 45 minutes.
Good night.
You know, you say that all these weathers and natural disasters made by man. Man can't do that. I mean, yes, there are people that can play around with the weather, but that's 26 feet of water in 45 minutes. That's insane.
One space.
One space. That's the Lord, and you got to give him his credit. Can't give that credit to man. And there are many things that's going to happen in this earth where it shows and proves that there is somebody that's more powerful than us, which there is. Okay, so let's keep going on that. Do you understand that so far? All right. If not, just let me know. I'll keep breaking it down. But yeah, once again, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise. Now, what's perfect about that? When it says let him become a fool that he may be wise, meaning let it be shown that he is a fool, meaning that he was wrong, to the point where he becomes wise. Because there are things that happen to us to where it makes you wise, meaning that it humbles you.
So it's like my son's trying to touch something that's hot. And I'm like, hey, that's hot, don't touch it.
Right.
And he does it anyway.
Right.
I have to just let him find out for himself.
Yeah. And that's us. The Most High, the Most High tells us things that we should and should not do. Like, for example, there are prophets and priests that are in place to warn the people on what's going on, what's happening, and which way they should go in order to avoid what's to come. Because everything that we're talking about is going to come. Or a lot of times, the things that we do talk about is happening right now. This is the purpose of these classes. These classes ain't just to, sit up here in front of a camera with the microphone and just talk about whatever, because anybody and everybody's doing that right now. Everybody got a camera and a microphone and talking about nothing. Nothing at all. Talking about somebody else's business, gossiping, and just spreading misinformation. But however, we come up here to talk about what is really happening, what is truthful, the things that's going to protect you today, tomorrow, in the future. Okay? So, with that being said, again, the thing, if you don't want to listen to me or listen to what is in this book that you think is written by a white man, right? Just understand that nature will show you. A perfect example is going to be that Texas flood. That flood, these white people are realizing, I don't think they really truly have, but they are getting an idea of like, damn, like, this is the Lord that did this. No man is responsible for what happened in Texas within this past week. And the death toll is rising. This video that I'm about to play, they said, Ted Cruz had announced that it was about, I think he said like 80 people had, about 80 people had lost their life. After that video, the toll is of over 100 bodies. And there's still 106 people missing. You know what I mean? That's the Lord. And this happened within a day or two. Bodies is racking up bodies and bodies. Almost every hour, just the other day, I was on my phone, on my news app. Almost every hour or two, the death toll kept rising. I'm seeing articles that said 50. No, I'm sorry. It was one article I saw that said 26. And then the next article, 50. And then it went to 70. And then 80. Like, come on, man. Like, this is the Lord. Okay? And the thing is, that happened because of our babies. All right? Keep going on that to verse 19.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. For
what now?
For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God.
Yeah, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. You know what I mean? So, like, okay, so what that means is for the wisdom of this world is foolishness. Like, there are wisdom that people in the world have that makes no goddamn sense. For example, right? I just saw one of the captains on Facebook. He just shared a post about how somebody was breaking down how to roll up a blunt, and how what is considered bad weed and good weed. It's like, why are you teaching that? What is that going to do for us right now? Do you know that? Do you know not only are Latinos being deported, and being snatched away from their families. Black people are too. I just heard somebody say some dumb shit. Excuse my language. They just said on TikTok that black people are next in line to be to be deported, stuff like that. It's already happened. It's been happening, and it's already happening. Just right now, Haitians was just about to be deported, and brothers and sisters are fighting against ICE to keep them safe.
Like
Go ahead.
In New York, I was on the Post. They was talking about that. Brothers in New York was trying to fight against ICE.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Damn right, as they should. You know what I mean? But it just shows you that it's happening to all of us. All right, it's definitely happening to all of us to the point where it should show us like we are family. We have to stick together. Okay. Now I'm going to get into the Battle of Alamo in a second. But can you read that from the top one more time, please?
For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God.
Yeah, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. Meaning it's vain. It holds no value. It has like the things of this world. It's not going to help you survive what's to come. All right, because y'all remember in Texas back in the pandemic when that whole winter storm happened. A lot of people lost their lives, but it's learning how to roll up a blunt and what's good weed versus bad weed. What exactly is that going to do for us? Also, too, y'all love white Jesus so much. During that whole winter storm in Texas some years ago, what did the pastors do? They closed the doors on black people. For example, Joel Osteen, he closed the doors on black people, and people died. That should let you know that the Christian church is not for the people, but against the people. Because in the ISBK in Texas, we housed people, we fed people, we traveled in the cold to give out generators because there were brothers and sisters who had family members that were on oxygen tanks. And I'm talking about when that winter storm hit, there was no electricity. You know how dangerous that is for a time? You got somebody that's on a machine? Come on, man. Keep going, you got it.
For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Yeah, and the Most High taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Now, is it talking about the actual wise as in righteous people? No. It's talking about those that were fools and that become wise, meaning that they get humble, that they realize, oh, I'm a fool. And now I understand. And the Most High just takes them, meaning the Most High destroys them in whatever way possible that you can think of. Okay? To have somebody destroyed or what it means for somebody to be destroyed just means that you are down on your luck. You know what I mean? You are down to the bottom. You are down to your knees. Okay? So to speak. All right. So that was it on that?
Yeah.
Tom. So it makes a lot more sense right now to you?
Yes.
Tom, now I'm glad you brought that out because that's a heavy precept I haven't seen in a long time. Okay? Let's drop that and let's get into this video, man. Just real fast. Let's get into the video of Ted Cruz and what he spoke about concerning what happened in Texas, all right? I was gonna say you can go ahead and jet out anytime you need to.
I'm gonna watch it on here too.
Yeah, damn right. Let me see here. All right, y'all bear with me real quick as I pull up the video. Once again, if anybody has any questions or concerns, you go ahead and type it into the chat, all right? All right, let me see. All right, let's get this video real quick. Where is it? Slide it. Oh, okay. All right.
Texas is grieving right now. The pain, the shock of what has transpired these last few days has broken the heart of our state. As of yesterday, the confirmed death toll was 82, and those numbers are continuing to go up. The children, the little girls who were lost at Camp Mystic, that's every parent's nightmare.
I'm gonna start right there. He's talking about the tragedy of what happened to the children, the adults in the Texas flood, right? And he said that it is a tragedy. I find that funny. You want to say something? Go ahead.
I was going to say the same thing. The sadness on his face is kind of funny because I've never seen that before. But when something happened to our people,
Absolutely, like literally, right? How the Latinos were okay, man. I'm talking about it. This is so sad. This is so damn sad. There were children in grade school, like elementary school, after graduation. These Latino kids graduated, and their parents are there. I'm talking about ICE came in like a damn flood. ICE agents came and arrested, detained, and deported these families. I mean, these parents of these grade school students. So imagine you're 7-year-old. You go to their graduation. They're 6-year-old graduation, and the parents are sitting in the crowd just clapping for their children. And then you look up, they're gone. Your parents are gone. But they're talking about this is a tragedy. But I'm gonna tell you what, man. I don't have tears for what happened to the families out there in Texas, unless they were Black, Hispanic, Native Indian. But as far as the news outlets and everything like that, this was like a big campsite in some city that was and who was affected were our enemies. I don't have tears for them. Whatever they're going through, they can go through that alone. I don't have prayers. I don't have enough prayers for them. But however, my tears and my compassion, my condolences and my love is going to those brothers and sisters who is going through hell as far as ICE and those raids and the deportation. My love goes to them. Because even within those ICE raids, ICE raids and deportation, you better believe that there were lives lost, families broken up, and right now you got brothers and sisters who voted for Trump, Latinos who voted for Trump, which is a very small percentage, by the way, because a lot of people think it's a bigger percentage when it's not. Even they are, feeling some type of way because their wives, their husbands are being deported. Go ahead, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna point out how they took them brothers to like Guatemala or something.
Yeah.
And they hairball.
Everything. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Everything. Like taking them to an undisclosed place and torturing them.
Yeah.
And doing all types of manner of wickedness. You better believe them ICE agents are doing something that is unhumane, that should not be done. But you know what's happening. But just like this flood had hit Texas, yeah. I mean, where was everybody crying out? Where was the outcry for the Latinos when ICE came and flooded LA, Chicago, New York, Minnesota, by the way. I seen those videos in Minnesota out there in Brooklyn Park. I want to say Roseville. Some places in St. Paul, Minneapolis. Like where was the cry for them? Where was the prayers for them? Come on, man. And the thing is this too, right? The whole thing about the reason why ICE is coming out there to grab up the Latinos is because they're illegals or they are undocumented. Do you know how many people are undocumented in America? Are you absolutely out of your mind? Start looking at the Somalians. Start looking at the East Indians, the ones with the dots on their forehead. Start looking at the Arabs. Start looking at all the people who have businesses in the hoods, except for, look at all the people in the hoods, right, who have storefronts, because I bet you they are undocumented as well, all right? And look, you know what's funny? I know some of these damn heathens, and they tell all their damn business. They are undocumented. How come ICE is not raiding them? But you want to raid these Latinos. You want to raid the Haitians now. Once again, man, like the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right? So you want to say something?
That's another way for people in the world to realize that the tribes is the tribes.
Yeah.
Because why are they not bothering the Somalis the East Indians? Why are they
Right.
singling out Haitians, Latinos,
Right.
specifically? You know, and there's a lot
Yes.
of other immigrants in the
Yes. And once again, man, like if you knew the scriptures, like, okay, for someone that doesn't even know the Bible, you should know there's a reason. There's something behind why Latinos, the Haitians, and you know, just Black Hispanics mainly are being the ones targeted always, all the time. We are family. We are the same. I don't see the Asians being targeted. Mind you, they have a hate bill.
Right.
After all the shit that didn't happen to the minorities of America or other places, you know, God's chosen people. We don't have one hate bill. You know what's funny? When it was just you know, we don't celebrate birthdays, but it was just like the anniversary of the death and the birthday of Philando Castile just 2 days ago, right? Around the time of when Philando had got unalived and murdered, right? Not killed, but murdered. When he got murdered, when Alton Sterling got murdered, Eric Gardner, Mike Brown. When you look at all those stories that happened simultaneously next to each other, we didn't get no hate bill. You want to know what did happen though? The police department had got what is called the Blue Lives Matter bill. They got protection, but we didn't. Mind you, it was more of us dying than they were. And really, they wasn't losing their life at all by the hands of us. It was the other way around. But they get protection, but we don't. But the Asians do, and everybody else, but we don't. Like, come on, man. Like once again, we are God's chosen people, and we have to stick together. What those ice raids should have showed us is that we have to come together. And the best way to come together is an ISUPK. And it sounds funny, you know, coming from me because I'm inside of this place. But I'm telling you, there are even people outside of these walls that tell you that these churches are not going to help you. The politicians are not going to help you. These entertainers are not going to help you. In the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, we help each other. We help our people. And we don't only just help those that are inside. Are you serious? Do you know our mission to Acuna? We went to go help the Latinos and the Haitians as we were being tailed and followed by the cartel. And even the goddamn cartel couldn't stop what the Lord wanted us to do out there.
That's right.
Come on, man. We even went against your damn cartel. You know the cartel works for the white man. I mean, everybody should know that by now. Come on. We went against the cartel to go feed and house our brothers and sisters down there. Some years back, man. That was a beautiful time. And that's what we do. I'm talking about the ISUPK. We travel damn near 24 hours just to get to them on the border. That's what we do for our brothers and sisters, man. But meanwhile, you want to cry about these people that are missing and lost their life in Texas during the Texas flood. Once again, that's the Lord's judgment. 26 feet of water in 45 minutes is what was recorded. All right, that's the Lord. Man can't do that. Only the Lord can do that. I think that's really it on that damn video. I'm gonna stop right there. I was gonna say you still have to go. Yeah. I was gonna say because it's about 8:20.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no sweat. Yeah, I was gonna say if you are able to class tomorrow same time.
Shalom. Okay.
All right, shalom, Lord Christ. Hey, shalom, y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all be safe. Shalom, Lord Christ.
Shalom.
Shalom. No sweat. Shalom, Lord Christ. Y'all take care. All right. So yeah, man, like nobody got tears for these people, man. Like they should know. They should know that this is a judgment from the Lord. Okay, and that's why that happened. If those ice raids never would have happened in LA, in Chicago, in New York, and all over the place, there's a possibility that this Texas flood would have went elsewhere. It probably would never have happened. I don't know, but it's not a coincidence. When a brother, I believe it's Alton Sterling, who died who lost his life, who got executed out there in Baton Rouge. What happened? The Most High sent a flood there as well. That's not a coincidence. And people lost their lives out there. Devils lost their lives out there after that brother lost his life. Like, one thing that you have to understand is that the Most High, he sees everything. He's watching. And he gives a damn about his children. He's not a deadbeat like some of y'all gods out there. Where the hell is Allah at? Where is white Jesus at when this flood happened? What happened to all your gods that you called on when all these tragedies and natural disasters are happening? They're nowhere to be found because they are not real. They are not real whatsoever. Once again, if you are a so-called Latino, North American Indian, if you are a so-called African American, Haitian, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Seminole Indian, West Indian, it's time to come back home, man. That's what it's time to do. It's time to come back home. Because you've been outside in the streets of America and you lost your way, you are in danger. You cannot protect yourself. How do I know? Because your families are affected. You are affected. You're in prison. You're on drugs. Come on, man. You are in every church house, every religion. How can you be protected from ICE, from the floods, from all the natural disasters, the tornadoes? Like how can you be protected if you're not under the hedge of the Most High's protection? Okay, so let's stop that about Ted Cruz, him crying about the people in Texas. Nobody gives a damn. All right, we have more problems to worry about. I need somebody to speak about what's happening with the deportation of the Latinos. That's something that we should talk about. Also, well, actually, so like I do have a little bit more to talk about. Actually, let's grab a scripture real quick. All right. Let me see. All right. This is in the Apocrypha, right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. I'll read that one more time. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. Once again, there are multiple types of spirits in the earth that speaks about in the book of Revelations, right? And check out, Officer 5000 Thabawan, who has done amazing breakdowns with, captains and generals as well. Check out Hollywood Israelites out there in California. And what you're going to find is that there are all types of spirits. And there are spirits that, do different things. You got the spirit of war, the spirit of peace, the spirit of vengeance, the spirit of death. All right? The spirit of brotherhood. Like you have different types of spirits. And this spirit right here that happened in Texas is the spirit of vengeance, which is of the Lord's. And it happened for the sake of his children, of the children of Israel, the Latinos, the Haitians. All right? It happened for that purpose. And that's what you have to recognize. This is not out of nowhere. Okay? This is not random. Nothing in life is random. Nothing in life is a coincidence. Everything has its purpose. Okay? There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force. Right. Once again, this particular time for this flood to happen, it was meant to happen by the hands of the Lord. The Most High gives out orders to those angels, and they carry out the orders, and they are messengers. And the message that should be had and that should be understood is that the Lord is punishing our oppressor for his actions against his people. That's the message. And that's what everybody should understand and take from this. There's no conspiracy. There's no man that's behind this. It's the Lord, and that's that. Let me see. And appease the wrath of him that made them. Yeah, this is our oppressors doing. This is okay. The reason why this happened is because of our oppressors doing, meaning that he caused this on himself. That's why it happened. Once again, this is not random. Out of all the places on the earth, the Most High could have hit flooding any place. But why Texas specifically? Why North Carolina? I forgot about that too. North Carolina was hit too. Why? There's a reason behind all of it. It's because our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And it's not going to stop here. Understand that you heard it from the ISUPK. It's not going to stop here. It's going to continue. The more that our oppressor decides to oppress, to terrorize, to do unhumane things, things that are immoral to us, the Most High has something for them. All right. Let me see. What time is it? All right. Let me see. There's also something else I want to bring out. Let me see. All right, let's get Exodus chapter 22, verse 23. Let me see. Okay. All right. Let's get it's right here in Salaki. Let's get Exodus chapter 22, verse 23. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry. Once again, what was happening during the ice raids? What was happening during the 4th of July? Brothers and sisters were crying out to the Lord. They were begging and screaming and yelling for their families that were being ripped out of their arms, man, from their homes. They were begging and pleading and crying with our oppressor to not do this. Please give us some time. Why are you doing this? Can somebody help us? They were crying out, and the Lord heard it. When nobody else was listening, when nobody else was paying attention, when nobody was checking up on these destroyed, broken families now, the Lord heard it. And how do we know that the Most High heard those cries, those screams? It's because of the Texas flood and the North Carolina flood and whatever else is next. Because best to believe, the Most High likes to warm up. You know, like some of these attacks, these so-called random attacks that people think they are, which they're not. When a lot of these attacks happen, sometimes it's just a warm-up because something worse is going to happen, which always there is. So, you know, over 100 bodies are gone as of right now. It is recorded. Over 100 bodies have been found as far as this Texas flood. But I bet you there's going to be a lot more because 26 feet of water that rose in this campsite area within 45 minutes, that's insane. That is insane. I mean, so imagine snow, like in Minnesota, right? We get a lot of inches of snow. But do you know what 26 feet of water even looks like? Somebody just Google what 26 feet of water looks like in a certain area. But 26 feet of water in 45 minutes is a lot. You have to run for your life. You gotta think fast on how you're going to survive that type of water. And 45 minutes, that's not a lot of time. But like 45 minutes sound like 5 minutes. With that much water that you have to try to survive. Like, God damn, man, that's a lot of water, a body of it. And understand that it said, like the last scripture said, that it came with a force. Like, come on, man. The more water that there is, and the way that the winds are blowing, and there's, things in the water, and it's just the momentum. It's just pushing and pushing. It gets stronger and stronger. And the stronger it gets, the more dangerous it gets to be in that water. And just how everything is crashing against each other. Because a great body of water, man, can take a whole city out. All right? We saw Hurricane Katrina, hurricane this and hurricane that. I mean, we saw what a body of water can do to a place. All right? So I'll get back to this real fast. Exodus chapter 22. Shalaki. Hold on. Exodus chapter 22, verse 23. If thou afflict them in any wise, talking about the children of Israel, because this is in the time of Egypt, all right? And they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry. But there's more. All right? There is more. Verse 24. And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. I mean, that's self-explanatory if you ask me. I don't think that needs to be explained any further. Why is that? Because we saw the aftermath. We saw what happened. The Lord is what happened to that place. Okay? Let's transition to one more story. Let's talk about the 4th of July. All right? Everybody's favorite holiday. Where you get the, blow fire. I mean, you get to pop fireworks. And, you get to, see the pretty lights in the sky. Let's talk about everybody's favorite holiday. Okay? The main thing that I want to talk about is this. How, once again, every year we should understand why we should not come together on this day. Why we shouldn't celebrate it. Because first things first, the 4th of July, as a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people, that should be one day that we should look down upon, because we did not have independence that day. And what's more concerning is that a lot of us know that. A lot of us know the history behind that day and how it has nothing to do with us whatsoever. A lot of us know that we were still in bondage. July 4th, 1776, Negroes, so-called spicks and wetbacks, we were still in slavery. That's when they got their independence. While the white people, while America was getting their independence, you were still in chains. So today, you want to be a part of their victory when it's not yours at all. Until this day, don't you know that slavery is still a thing in certain parts of the world? It still exists. Like, come on, man. They tell you that slavery was abolished and that it's done. No, they just renamed it. They rebranded it. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, for example, right? They just had, like, for example, right? You got this water bottle. They tell you that, okay, you know what? This is just regular tap water. And then they put it over here to the side and say, you know what? Let's stop drinking this tap water. They put it to the side. And they bring back out this water and they tell you that it's a different type of water. It's water that has electrolytes. It's not tap. It's filtered. And they have a whole new label. That's exactly what they did with slavery. They just rebranded it. They told you that, okay, it was this at one point in time. That's done. That's illegal. All right? Because slavery was illegal, by the way. And now they give you sharecropping. Now they give you a 9-to-5. All right? It should be illegal to have somebody work from the morning all the way to night. And then you get a few hours to yourself, and you're right back at the same program all over again. And then 5 days out of the week, there's 7 days in a week, but 5 days you got to work out of that week. And one thing that COVID-19 should have taught everybody, which they said this on the news, because of those stimulus checks, because of how much money America is worth, because it's a business, by the way, because of how much money this place is worth, technically, everybody that is in America could work 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours instead of an 8-hour day, 2 to 3 hours max, and have that check. You'll be just fine in life. Do you know how much money America is worth? Trillions of dollars. And what is so disgusting is this place. I mean, when the whole COVID-19 thing was coming out and they was giving out those checks, those stimulus checks, right? They were literally arguing about how much money they should give every single person in America when they have enough money to get rid of homelessness. If you are homeless today, America can make sure that you are living just fine. They have the resources, they have the money. Why is it that America is worth trillions of dollars, yet we have a homelessness problem? We have scarcity of food. We have scarcity of so-called resources. That's a goddamn lie. The thing is, there are people in power who control the money that are just greedy bastards. And they want to all for themselves. And they don't want to share. But all of that's going to change very soon once Christ returns. There's going to be a new government. There's going to be a new way of life to where homelessness is going to be a joke. You want to know why it's going to be a joke? Because there's not going to be drug addiction. There's not going to be crime. Things are going to be just. This place right here is not just. So on the topic of the 4th of July, there's a brother by the name of, he's a rapper. His name is 4 Extra. And let me put him on the screen real quick, all right? Let me see something. Give me 1 second. Let me see something. All right, so let me put this on the screen real quick. Hold on. All right, so let me just blow that picture up some. Okay, that was that wasn't better. Let me see. All right, anyway, all right, so you see this picture right here with this brother, right? This brother right here, his name is 4 Extra. Okay, 4 Extra is a rapper, I believe, out there in the Cali area. And on the 4th of July, this brother lost his hand, you know, or some of his fingers. And I want to find a picture though. I want to show everybody. Okay, here goes one. This brother right here, rapper and podcaster, 4 Extra from No Jumper, which is a powerful, you know, a good, not a good podcast, but it's a popular podcast, right? Loses his hand in accident. It's being blurred out just a little bit, but you can see. Damn, let me try to make it bigger. Hold on. Oh, you know what? I got some 10 times better. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. Hold on. There we go. This is a lot better. All right. Right here. Boom. There it goes. Right here. So it says, rapper or podcaster, right? Try to make it bigger. Rapper or podcaster 4 Extra from No Jumper loses his hand in accident. Do you see that brother's hand right there? You know what I mean? And oh my God, like it's very terrible. Like, I feel bad for the brother. I honestly feel bad for the brother because first things first, this is how you know you should not be celebrating this holiday. I didn't see people damn near lose an arm before as a kid. You know what I mean? Playing around with like dynamite firecrackers, fireworks. And this brother had one in his hand, and it was too late, him trying to, you know, get rid of it. And the brother he lit it, had it in his hand, and it oh my God, it messed up his fingers. You know, and now they showed the aftermath of his hand, and pretty much the brother, I believe, you know, he lost like 2 fingers. But it's sad because this is the result. Okay. Yeah, the water for the picture. You know what I mean? Like this is the result. You know what I mean? Let me see something. Yeah, you know, like, oh my God. So, you know, I think that picture on here is good enough. You know, like it's terrible what happened to the brother, but once again, this is what happens when we decide to partake in something that has nothing to do with us whatsoever. Like as a Black Hispanic Native Indian, you know, I mean, as a so-called Black person, you know, tribe of Judah, that's something that I know better not to do. Because once again, that was never our independence. That was never our victory. Our victory as God's chosen people is the Feast of Dedication. When we get into the story about the Maccabees, all right, how we took over our, you know, how we fought our enemies in order to take back our valuables, our temple. Okay, that's something worth celebrating. The Passover, when the Most High decided to destroy our enemies, the Egyptians, for our freedom. What freedom did we have on the 4th of July? Not one. Nothing. And also, too, there are brothers and sisters online as well that's making fun of this brother, you know, talking about his hand and making jokes. Okay. This is not a laughing matter. It's more of a concern because that brother has to live with that for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? And he's just going to be, he's going to be a joke, a mockery. Now, my question is, where is No Jumper podcast? What are they doing after all the millions that they made with the same rapper? By the way, with all the controversy with this rapper on that podcast, where's the money that No Jumper has made to support this brother's medical bill to fix his hand if it is fixable? This brother right now has a GoFundMe. And you would think these rappers got insurance. You would think that these rappers are all the way taken care of when they sign a deal. Where is the support that this brother needs for his hand? And therapy as well, because that's traumatic. To lose your hand that you use every day, like your hand, man. Every day that you use. Like, come on, man, like that can destroy someone's self-esteem. That brother now has to endure. All right? He has to endure all the comments, all the stares, all the jokes. You know what I mean? Like that's going to affect his you know, who he is as a man. His spirit. He has to endure now. Because some people who go to war and they come back and they are missing a limb, they're missing an arm and a leg, sometimes they can't live life anymore. They decide to take their own life. And although although it's a weak mindset to take your own life, losing an arm and a leg, I get it. You may think like I get, you know, I mean, okay, I can only imagine is a better choice of words. I can only imagine what someone is going through mentally, who lost an arm and a leg, and now you gotta live the rest of your life just feeling like you are nothing. I mean, hey, I can only imagine. Not saying that that's what I would do, but you know, it's just a terrible thing to live life. But at the end of the day, I know brothers and sisters who don't have their legs. I know brothers and sisters who don't have an arm or don't have arms, and they still find some way, somehow, to go through life with purpose. You know what I mean? And it's absolutely amazing. But this right here, what happened to the brother? It's absolutely just insane, man. It's very unfortunate. Now, let me get a precept for, you know, for those brothers and sisters out there who, you know, think that this is all a joke and that this is something that should be, you know, there should be a whole lot of commentary about this, right? Let me show you what the Lord said, okay? Let me see. Yeah. Let me show you something that the Lord has said, however, right? This is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord. Nope. Like, you know what? That's not it. Give me 1 second. I thought I had it. One moment. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. What is that scripture, man? It's in Proverbs. And I know the general had posted it some a while ago. So like, y'all bear with me real quick. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, there we go. I got it. All right. I was just same chapter but different verse. All right. Boom. There we go. Got it. All right. So Proverbs chapter 17, verse 5. Whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker, and he that is glad at calamities shall not be unpunished. Meaning this: whoever you decide to make fun of because of their mistakes or calamities, their wrongdoings, right? Just understand that you are next. Just wait and watch. You know what I mean? Because you are next. And when you are next, don't cry. Don't say a goddamn thing. Just understand that you were just laughing at somebody else. So when you start crying and bitching and moaning, just remember what you did, how you made fun. You know what I mean? Because that can easily be you. Okay? Understand, especially those like if you are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, you know what I mean? Understand that at one point in time, you were not who you are today. And you were filthy. You were disgusting. You were in the world. But now you're changed. Now your life is, on the right path and not the wrong path. Now you don't celebrate the 4th of July or birthdays or holidays and things of that sort. But remember that was once you. Okay? And that can be you in the flick, in the flip of a switch. That can be you again. So just understand that. Be careful about, what you say and do concerning other people, because you're next, or you can be next. But once again, whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker, and he that is glad at calamities shall be unpunished. So just always keep that in the back of your head. All right, when you decide to make fun of somebody and think it's all funny games and it's funny when it's not. you should not laugh at somebody else's destruction, unless it's the oppressor, of course. All right. But when it comes to your brother or your sister, you should use that as a teaching moment and not a moment to bring them down and laugh and scorn them. All right. That's something that we should never do. But I pray that brother 4Extra, that rapper, I do pray, however, that these videos, you know, as far as the brothers and the sisters out there in the UPK are bringing out, like, you know, these videos and comments and things of that sort, I pray that he sees it and sees that he has a support system. He has somebody that is looking at his pain and his suffering, and that, you know, hopefully it influences him, inspires him to come home. All right, to where there's not going to ever be another 4th of July, and that everybody can learn from his experience on what they should or should not do concerning that holiday. Because once again, this is the day where, and worship of 4th of July is more than just fireworks, more than just, you know, barbecues and things of that sort. People lose their lives on this day. The death toll is very high on the 4th of July and New Year's, every single year. Now, I do gotta give a hand to New York, because for the first time ever recorded in history, New York had no shootings, no unalivings. And for those brothers and sisters out there, I pray that they heard our voice in the UPK. But Philly, on the other hand, we got the reports about Philly. And, you know, we got reports about Chicago and St. Louis and Minnesota specifically. It was terrible, man. It was about 4 to 5 separate shootings in one day in Minnesota between Minneapolis and St. Paul. And it's a terrible story about how a brother was on a scooter and he lost his life through, you know, gunshot wound, and they can't, you know, seem to figure out what exactly happened. It was in worship of 4th of July, man. Somebody else's independence. Okay. Let me see. I think that was it on that, man. Yeah, I think that was it on that. So we talked about the 4th of July. We talked about the Texas flooding. I mean, just understand that there's more that's going to come out. And what you should do, if you are a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, what your purpose is to come back to serve the Lord. And if you don't listen to me, or listen to these warriors in this nonprofit glorious organization that's out here fighting for the lives of our people, if you refuse to hearken to these words, then nature is going to teach you why you should listen. 4th of July is going to teach you. Halloween, Christmas, these floods, these unalivings are going to teach you what time it is. But I do pray that you find the truth and reality hits you before something tragic happens to you and your loved ones. So with that being said, Imagine, which means to stand. All right. We are going to get into the security announcements. All right. Security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to show themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. A priest fund, which is a free will offered for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. upcoming Holy Convocation. So the next Holy Convocation is going to be the memorial blowing of the trumpets, which is September 21st. All right. So we got about a good 2 months or so. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that being said, just for time's sake, we are going to get into the Lord's Prayer, all right? So I imagine, which means to stand, incline your apple down, which means to face the east, all right? This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shakar, Yahweh, Malak Waka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kuwa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nakalanaw, Nakom, Kol, Yuwam, Wasalakanaw, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatnanawa, Wala'ah, Taba'ayanaw, Wanasayawan, Abah, Hawashaynawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wakapara, La Amalami, Aman. The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Amen. All right. So, with that being said, Sar, which means to turn, face the teacher. Many Israel, my Shabbat, I imagine. Barak, Yahweh Hashem Shah Rakatah, Yazmatah, courtesy salute for the sisters. Many Israel Sar, many Israel my Shabbat, I imagine. Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alatah Hashem Shah, Yazmatah, class dismissed. All right, shalom, Israel. See y'all tomorrow.